Okay, everyone. Hello and welcome. My name is Delphine and I am Onenergy Qigong coach. And before we start, I'm going to tell you about the cool feature that I just found out on Zoom. So we have enabled the captioning. If you like, you can also turn on the captioning on your screen. That way, it can help you to capture what we are saying. Okay, so the captioning is beside on the bottom control bar. Trying to find the button says captioning, and then you can turn that on. Okay, and so we've tried this captioning yesterday, and we found it's funny that whenever we say Qigong, it will say chicken. So don't be surprised, or I found it's very funny, right? So anyway, the AI still needs to be improved, right? Although they can capture our voice, but still sometimes it cannot recognize it and in the correct way. Anyway, it's good to have a caption. And so, and also during the event, if you have any questions, feel free to type in the chat areas. Okay, and then because at the end of the webinar, at the end of this meeting, we will probably have 5 to to collect the questions and answer them. Okay, so now, welcome everyone. I know that lots of people sign up for this live, and some of you coming from the West Coast, as I am, from the States, from Canada, from even Mexico, and some of you from the East Coast, in Canada and on the States. And some of you even from Europe. Lots of you guys are from the Europe. And so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, depending on where you are. Okay, I'm so excited for this coming to this webinar, and I'll be honored to be the host for today's event. And today's topic is unveiling the spirit of Qigong, and I'm so excited about it because we're going to cover a lot of things today. Let me just brief you about the 4 major things that we're going to talk about. Let me pull up the agenda to the screen now so that you can also see. All right, everybody can see me? Great. Okay, so the first part, we're going to talk about our app. The app with new features. We're very excited about those new features, and our guest speaker, Master Dai, will talk about them in detail. And then this app is for all Qigong practitioners, no matter you are the beginners, seasonal practitioners, or you are the pro. Okay, you will find fit for you to use in this amazing tool. And so the second part, we're going to talk about the upcoming regular monthly live events. Okay, so what are those events for, and what we are going to talk about on those events, you're about to find out later. And the third part, we're going to delve into the fascinating world of Zhiren Qigong, which is, by the way, the backbone of Onenergy Qigong programs. Our Grandmaster, Dr. Pang, and his latest masterpiece, the book, we call it the Heart Study, or we refer to as the Heart Philosophy in the Past. And so, and the last part, we're going to talk about the upcoming exclusive content. I know that a lot of our VIP members are waiting for our exclusive content so patiently for so many months since we opened the app to the public, and now it's coming. And we're also very excited about this new content. And also the last one, at the end of the event, we're going to provide all the resources, the links, and of course, the special deal for you, our this live event attendance. Okay, and so before we officially start, I'd like to give you a few hints to help you to enjoy this live event better. First of all, please find a quiet place where you can stay away from all the other distractions. And I want you to be fully concentrated and actively participate and involve in today's event. And if you have any questions, feel free to type in the chat session. Okay, and also we will try our best to answer your questions at the end of the meeting. Okay, and lastly, I know that there will be a lot to cover, and in between, we will give probably a short break, just 1 minute or 2 minutes break, so that you also give you a time to take a breath and relax. Okay, so that's about today's agenda. And so now, let me introduce our honored speaker. I'm so privileged to have with us today Master Dai, the founder and Qigong master of Onenergy Institute. And so if you guys don't know quite about him, let me spend a few words. And so at the age of 5, just age of 5, very young age, and Master Dai had a life awakening experience that startled his lifelong quest for the truth of life. He then embarked on his journey into Qigong at the age of 14. And so a few years later, he was certified as a Qigong teacher. And Master Dai has been actively studying, practicing, and teaching Qigong for the past over 30 years, and also organizes many Qigong groups and events across the world. And so in 2017, during the trip in China, Master Dai had another enlightening experience that propelled him to found the Onenergy Institute. Since then, he has devoted himself to spreading the traditional healthcare, life wisdom, and Qigong practice, and helping countless people benefit from improved health and life quality. Master Dai is also the creative force behind our Qigong app. And the app is his and the Onenergy Institute's dream to empower everyone's Qigong journey with this amazing tool. It's like if you have this tool, you have a Qigong master in your pocket. How cool is that? All right. So okay, let me Master Dai. I have to find Master Dai. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Master Dai, and welcome everyone. Oh, I saw that more people are coming and then join our live. And so I'd like to ask you, Master Dai. So I've heard we've all heard about this brand new second version of our Onenergy Qigong app, equipped with many new features. Can you tell more about it to our audiences?
Thank you, Coach Delphine. Yuan, Ling, Tong, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live event. I'm very happy to see you all today. Talking about why I created an app. It started with why I founded Onenergy Institute. I started Onenergy Institute with one goal in my mind. I wanted to spread Qigong knowledge far and wide. We went both offline, we did offline course and online course to reach as many people as possible. But over the years, thousands of people have come to us, both in person or virtually online, all eager to dive deeper into Qigong. But during these years, I've noticed something, that we are in the time where getting knowledge is as easy as turning on a tap. But too much information can be confusing. There is a lot of hopping from one course to another, or as we say in Chinese, changing directions with the wind. So people like jumping from this course to other course, looking around the internet, and people often ask me, what can Qigong do for me? And my answer is simple. Qigong can do nothing unless you start to do it. And the Qigong is just like a bicycle. It cannot go anywhere unless you pedal. So it's not about learning new stuff every day. It's not about this form or that theory, or every time you learn a new thing. It's about applying what you learn consistently. So I started thinking that we all have smartphones, right? It's a magnificent tool, right? Everyone has one. Now, let's use that. So we developed an app, but it's not just for learning new thing or new form. It's about how to mastering it. It's like having a personal coach who can guide you that along with you when you progress, that pushes you forward and sometimes motivates you when you fall behind. And the best part, let me tell you this, and it's all about you. It's about your progress and your journey. So it ensures you don't have to start from scratch ever again. So because you just lost the track, your progress. So you decide the pace and where we are here to back you up. So last year, around June, we launched the first version of our app. And this app is our first version and I got very good feedback. Although there are many features haven't been released yet, I can show you a screen of this app if you can see clearly. So within this app, you can learn our courses, and also you can go to a practice screen to practice what you have learned. Also, you can find a lot of articles and content we provided. But we put a lot of thought into it. We spent almost 2 years to develop it. But the feedback was positive, and we are very thankful. But we didn't stop there. Just like Qigong, we are always growing and improving. And now we are working on a new one, on a new version and a better version. It's like going from a tricycle to a mountain bike. So we will be faster, smoother, and more tailored to your needs. So in our current version, there is a feature, I really like that feature. You can customize your practice routine. So let's say you want to focus more on your neck, your head. You can create a routine that target your head and neck. So you can set how often and how long you practice. So that will be tailored each routine to your needs. But what's in the next version will get you really excited, because imagine an app that's so smart that understand your goal and create a learning plan just for you. It's like having your own Qigong trainer, motivator, and a mentor all in one place. And in future updates, it will be even better. The app can create custom routine based on your health, your time, and your daily schedule. So it's not just like a routine planner, it's your personal Qigong coach. It can track your progress and remind you of missing practices and cheer you on when you are behind and adjust your routine as you advance. How good is that? I'm very excited. So this is not just about adding features. It's about making your Qigong journey more personal, smooth, and rewarding. It's about tuning in to your needs and goals. So I'm super excited about that, the new version and what it can bring to your practice. Because lately there is a development of AI technology, so that we will integrate AI technology in our upcoming version. So it will change the way we practice Qigong as well. So I'm excited about this journey and the potential it holds. And together we can take Qigong practice to a whole new level, improving our lives one day at a time. This is why I created this app and something to talk about that, Coach Delphine.
Wow, that's exciting, Master Dai. And so I believe that lots of people here, our audience wants to experience for themselves. So how can they do? Like, how can they access to that new version and new app?
Right. Yeah, we will release a beta or test version of our updated app, which is almost there. If you are already using our current app, you will get a special chance to test it out first. So we'll share more information about this great opportunity with our app, with our already current app user very soon. So you will be among the first to try out the new features before everyone else get to see it before we officially release the app. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. And so you mentioned the routine customization tool that we have in the current version. And also in the future version, we will have so-called with AI technology, the routine planner. This is a very exciting feature. So is there any other thing that is new in the new version?
Oh, yes. Our updated app will also feature a brand new live event section. So this will be your go-to place to keep up with all our upcoming live events. So you can expect it to have a live event almost every week.
Okay, that sounds interesting. And I know that you have been working on planning those many events for our audience and for our app users. Could you share more about what are those events?
Yeah. All right. Now let's talk about our live events, because just like this one, we will have more events beginning next month. We plan to host 3 regular live events. 2 of these will happen on the days of the full moon and the new moon. And in the hustle and bustle and the daily life, we often lost touch with this broader context. So these monthly sessions are all about reconnecting with the cosmos we are part of. We all seem very busy most of the time, and seldom have time to pause and check if we are working to create a life we want, until we reach a point where we ask, why I'm not seeing any result of our busy work? Because we are missing some essential parts. Imagine this way. Let's say you have a garden, and you know all the steps how to gardening. You tilting the soil, aerating, adding lime, watering, planting, fertilizing. You've got all the tools, the fork, the rake, a mower. So you work very hard every day, hoping for, you see beautiful flowers or delicious fruits, but there is no fruits to be seen in the end. And you ask why? Because you have missed one key step. You forgot to plant seeds. This is where our full moon and the new moon events come in. In these sessions, I will guide you on how to tune in with the rhythm of the sun, the moon to restore balance in your life. You might wonder, why these days? Well, it's not just a coincidence that our forebear gave so much importance to the lunar cycle. The moon's phases affect the tides, how animals behave, and even our body rhythm. So we will be taking a moment to reconnect with these greater cosmos rhythms that we usually forgot about. We will interact with these energies actively. Think of it as our monthly alignment with the vibrations of the universe. And picture yourself feeling an energy boost as you sync with the rhythm of the moon, the earth, and all under my guidance. But we'll go a step further. It's all about planting the right seeds in your life. I will show you a method to plant your own seed, not in the ground, but in your life, for a future and healthier, happier, and more peaceful. Much like a gardener taking care of his plants, we will learn how to care for our mind, our body, our heart in a harmonious and a strong chi field. We will plant the seeds for a future that's healthier, happier, and more peaceful. And also for our VIP members, you've got something special coming as well. On the first Saturday of every month, I will guide you on the rejuvenating journey of self-healing. Think of it as a monthly energy turn-up. And picture this session like a room brimming with positivities, where we all create a potent, synchronized energy field together. We will be able to feel our energy almost as if you could touch it. You can feel it. And regularly joining these sessions can lead to significant personal growth and transformation. And these VIP sessions, just like our other live events, will be also available via the new app. You can find these events every month in the app. So don't forget, these sessions are just not just about following steps. They are about experiencing a deep sense of connection, feeling the rush of collective energy, and witnessing the power of Qigong firsthand. So, Coach Delphin. So this is I just talk about this live event.
Fantastic, Master Dai. And I just forgot to unmute myself because I was listening to you talk about those exciting coming live events. So it sounds like we will have at least 2 live events for everybody, right? Those full moon and new moon live events where we help seeding, putting the seed in this new chi field for ourselves. And so another live event is going to be for our VIP members, the special one. Okay, and so excited about the coming live events, and I want to also experience it myself. So before we continue on with our second half of this today's live, I would suggest everybody to follow my instructions to do a quick 1-minute relaxation together. Okay, so now relax and sit comfortably and erect your spine comfortably. Tuck your chin in. And slowly close your eyes. Now take a deep breath. When you exhale, feel your body is relaxed. Take another deep breath. When you exhale, feel relaxed even more. Take one last deep breath. When you exhale, feel the whole body from head, neck, shoulders, back, arms, hips, your legs, and feet. Everywhere in the body is relaxed. Feel the moment. Feel the qi surrounding you. We are now embracing ourselves in this big qi field we create during this live event. And now we open our eyes slowly. Wonderful. So now we're going to do the second half of this event, and we're going to talk about the very exciting part, which lots of us here, audience here, are attending today to hear about the new book, and the new book of a translation of our Grandmaster Dr. Pang's book, The Heart Study, The Heart Philosophy. So, Master Dai, and so many of us are waiting for this translation since we talked about it back, I think, 2-3 years ago, right? When you first talked about Dr. Pang's The Heart Philosophy, at that time, we call it The Heart Philosophy. And since then, we got numerous requests and asking, when will the translation be ready? And then people are so interested in getting the translation copy of Dr. Pang's masterpiece. So can you tell us, our audience, more about this, your new book?
Thank you. And I think a lot of people waiting so patiently for waiting for this information, and it's my honor to share with you the life and the work of Dr. Pang. He's my esteemed grandmaster, and he also is a guiding light on my journey. For those of you unfamiliar with him, allow me to introduce him. Dr. Pang is the founder of Zhiren Qigong, an esteemed organization with a strong commitment to teaching the healing arts of Qigong to impact a lot of people, as many as possible. The impact of his work on countless lives is both incredible and inspiring. Dr. Pang began his Qigong journey at a very young age, studying under various experts, masters from diverse backgrounds, including a Buddhist Qigong master, Taoist Qigong master, and also martial arts masters. However, his pursuit of knowledge and the pursuit of this Qigong was relentless. He broadened his understanding also by studying Western and Chinese medicine. He worked so hard and even gained a professional certification in both fields. Now here is the interesting fact. Did you know that Dr. Pang was very close to becoming an exclusive doctor for Chinese government leaders? At that time, that's an incredibly prestigious position. Yet, but Dr. Pang found that despite his extensive knowledge, both Western and Chinese medicine seemed to fall short of providing holistic health solutions. So Dr. Pang chose a different path. He turned down that opportunity to delve deeper into Qigong research. So can you imagine that the dedication and the passion that it required? He was intended to discover effective health solutions that would benefit everyone, not just a select few. So he eventually led to the birth of a theory called Onenergy Holistic Theory, a revolutionary framework integrating elements missing in other health approaches. I discovered Dr. Pang's work when I was merely 14 years old. His teachings sparked the curiosity within me that compelled me to explore life's mysteries. I felt a strong pull towards the path of Qigong, almost as if it was my destiny. So that was during 80s and 90s, when during that time, often considered the golden era of Chinese Qigong development. Various forms of Qigong flourished. Among them, Dr. Pang's Zhinen Qigong stood at the forefront, consistently pushing the boundaries of Qigong scientific research. His efforts were acknowledged by institutions and scientific institutions. A lot of people recognize that, and including the National Health Commission in China. His theory and forms were part of the curriculum for traditional Chinese medicine students in universities. But in 2000, due to some circumstances in China, Dr. Pang retreated from public life, which led to the closure of his organization. That's very unfortunate. However, he continued his work, conducting in-depth Qigong research and writing numerous insightful books about histories and Qigong, also the science of enlightenment. When I met Dr. Pang in 2008, last time, he shared with me that he was very excited about a new book he was writing at that time. And that time was my first time know that he was writing a book about the history of enlightenment. So this is a book about history of enlightenment science in China. So this book, let me show you this book. Just my camera just fall down. This book in my hand is the book originally we call it the philosophy heart, the heart study. But the title is actually called The Brief History of the Science of Enlightenment in China. So this book was a profound journey into the past, offering a wealth of wisdom. So ever every reading of this book, I have read this book several times. Every time when I read it, I learn something new. It's like it lead to new revelation, like enhancing my understanding of life and also the universe. A lot of people since then asked me where they could find a translation for this book. So unfortunately, this book includes a lot from traditional Chinese scripture. The complexity of the language and ancient Chinese scriptures made it very challenging, even for native speaker in China, Chinese speakers to understand. But seeing people grappling with mental health issues, stress, and depressions in recent years, I felt the urge, it's an urgent need to bring this valuable wisdom to more people. So that's why I choose to do this task of translating, and not just translate, it's decoding the essence of the science of enlightenment that captured within this book. Though I'm still working on this, it's a lot of work, and I want to keep you involved. So I will also, before we finally finish this book, how about I will invite you to join me on this journey through the process. I will release a series of podcasts that along the way, I'm thinking about it maybe included like a 16 episodes. I will show you along the way when I working on the translations. So I'm also planning to translate this book into other language, except the English also maybe include later for Spanish or French with the help I can get. So let me share with you a paragraph. I think you may also very excited about this. So you want a quick peek about what's inside the book. Let me share with you a paragraph from this book. It's from a chapter that Dr. Tong is talking about what Qi is. Qi is a special kind of matter. Its body is formless. That is, it does not have the physical condition of occupying space like tangible entities, but it has a specific phase, which is a hazy state of formlessness within the form, shapelessness within shape. As described by the ancients, its quality is pure, without any impurities, and it is extremely fine. It is the origin of all things and the source of creation in heaven and earth. So Huang Yuanji said, here Dr. Pang quoted Huang Yuanji saying, Huang Yuanji was a notable figure during the Qing dynasty, known for his teachings on Taoism and his influence on the practice of internal alchemy. And he established Le Yu Tang, Le Yu Hall in Sichuan, where he taught Taoist studies for over a decade. And his famous interpretations of Tao Te Ching were later compiled into a well-received volume, and that is Dr. Pang's favorite version of Tao Te Ching's interpretation. Numerous legends surround Huang Yuanji's life, including his ascension of immortality witnessed by his disciples, which added to his status as a significant contributor to modern Chinese Taoist traditions. And I will create podcasting on Huang Yuanji's Tao Te Ching's interpretation in the future. So let me continue. Huang Yuanji said, Before heaven and earth existed, it was originally void and obscure, a calm and harmonious qi segment. After brewing for a long time, the qi transformed and filled, suddenly awakened and moved. Thus Taiji was founded. Movement leads to yang, the light and the clear qi, which rises to form heaven. Tranquility leads to yin, the heavy and the muddy qi, which condenses to form earth. With the opening of heaven and earth, all being flourish, and the myriad of things take shape. Then after that, Dr. Pang quoted another script from Ling Bao, Boundless Salvation, Supreme Marvelous Scripture. So Ling Bao, Boundless Salvation, Supreme Marvelous Scripture is a Taoist theological work. It is proclaimed as the leader of all scriptures and the foundation of all laws and the source of all realms of law in the Taoist and Ling Bao sect. So it says, Qi, before the existence of heaven, earth, yin and yang, is the ancestor of all transformations of the true element and the subtle inspiration of the Tao. Its qi is neither color nor form, neither existence nor non-existence. It is not subject to yin and yang, nor belongs to 5 elements. It can give birth, it can transform, it can become, it can substantiate. It is divine use of the Tao. Therefore, it is more rigid than metal and stone, clearer than water and jade, larger than the void, the older than ancient times. It condenses to the extreme internally, creates chaos, and reaches all kinds of creatures below. The qi is a beginning, it's so-called hazy. The qi is a sign at the end of the form. The quality is shaped in the ground simplicity. It is the wonderful root of heaven and earth called Onenergy. So, and Dr. Pang said, since this state objectively and truly exists, then it can be understood. Generally speaking, ordinary people found it difficult to perceive, but through the training of Qigong, one can develop different degrees of ability to perceive this state. So this is from a paragraph from this book. It's just a little peek, the tip of the ice, what we'll be talking about in this book. And also the heaven and earth, referring this book, it's not talking about it's about the sky and the ground, the earth. Actually, it's referring to non-physical and physical state. So this is about this book, and what I will talk about in my podcasting, and let's just show you a little bit about it. In this book, Dr. Pang refers a lot about this kind of scriptures. It's not just referring to Taoist ones, they also include Buddhist and Confucian texts. So there's a lot to look forward to. We made this like this. You can pre-order the book and subscribe to my podcast today as a special thank you for joining today's live event. Also, I give you a special gift waiting for you. So isn't it wonderful to start a journey together? Let's learn Dr. Pang's book together. So,
wow, yes, it's so beautiful when I listening to you just pick two paragraphs from Dr. Pang's book, and then interpreting in English. I know it sounds very beautiful already, but I want to also interest in hearing the podcasting explaining the meaning behind, right? Although we can hear all those very beautiful words and sentences, but we're trying to catch the meaning behind what those saints and the scholars really mean by those, right? As you mentioned, the heaven and the earth is not just they meant not just the sky and the ground, but also something else. You know, for people, most of us would like to know, you know, your interpretation behind those words. So I think it's very valuable that your coming new book is going to do for us. It's not just interpretation word by word, but also adding your notes and interpretation of the whole life wisdom within. Thank you, Master. All right, so, and I heard also Dr. Pang, besides this, the heart philosophy, the science of enlightenment, and he also have many other books. Would you also plan to interpreting or translating those books?
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Pang has written many books over the years, since 2000. I can show you a few. This is a book talking about Zen, about Buddhist theory behind Enlightenment and their theories and their forms. And this one is talking about the traditional forms, how evolved, how you train yourself into deeper understanding of life. So this one is about Confucianist ways of practicing. This just a few books. I'll show you this just a few. Each one like a treasure chest full of his wisdom and deep ideas, all about Qigong, the holistic theory. His work help us see a world in new ways, showing how everything is connected. So I will continue work on this to bring this work of Dr. Pang to make it available to as many as possible to people. So I think I am excited. I don't know, are you excited? And so soon I'll be working on translating those texts after this book. My goal is like this, to make the teaching of Dr. Pang and also those ancient scholars that are teaching easy to understand, because it's not just about what they wrote, it's about why they want to write this text. They want to deliver some message that they cannot put on the paper. So that's why I will decipher the message behind it. And also, I will include this discussion and all those topics on our podcasting. So this subject is wide-ranging, but each one help us better understand Qigong and Qi, the holistic theory, and our place in the world. So my dream is to build a library, not just one book through this. Also, we have a lot of video material of Dr. Pang as well. So I will build a library full of rich, unique content. I want it to be like a beacon of knowledge that you can turn to whenever you have questions about how to live a happy life, how to live a fulfilling life. So you can turn into this library. So I will be releasing more information about this unique content in our app. So if you have our app, you will very easily to access to the library of all this knowledge. This exclusive content will be available in our app for our app users. Some will be open to everyone, and while some will be only for our VIP members. And this exclusive content is so special that you won't find it anywhere else. We're working really hard to make it available to you all. So for those practicing Qigong, especially for 智能 Qigong, and this will be incredible resources. Think of it as like a never-ending source of wisdom, guidance for your journey of learning and practice Qigong. Does it sound great, Coach Delphine?
Yeah, definitely. And then the library of the ancient wisdom, every one of us are expecting and look forward to that content coming our way. And I know that, like you mentioned, the exclusive content will be available in the new app. So really, expecting to see the release of this new app. And talking about those exclusive content in the new app. And so how can we know that the app and exclusive contents is ready?
We've got so much exciting stuff coming your way. So here's my advice. Stay connected with us. Read our newsletters and use our app every day if it's available where we live. And believe me, I know how much people from other countries want access to our app. So we got requests all the time. But for now, some they have to wait. I got some good news. The new app will be available to more countries and even in other language. So let's wait for that. But since you already got apps, use it. It will help you get a head start, progress faster when a new app rolls out. That would be pretty cool. Huh? So, we are pouring our hearts into this project. We want to share this valuable knowledge with everyone. And as we continue on this journey, we want to say thank you to everyone. We are so grateful for your support, for your participate. We can't wait to learn and grow together and help make the world a healthy career, healthy. Onenergy Institute isn't just a name. We are a non-profit organization. We have been officially registered in Canada since 2017. And our mission is to make this amazing wealth of information available to everyone. But here's the thing, the task is huge. And as much as we are putting in all the energy we can, we realize we cannot do it alone. We need all of your help. And your involvement, your time, your donations, it all matters so much. Every moment you spend, every bit of help you give, it all pushes us forward. It helps us bring this profound knowledge to more people. You see, what we are doing here is more than just sharing information. We are building a community. We are all curious mind, drawn together because we want to live a better lives. And your active and participation, your thirst for learning and sharing breathes life into this community, bring new life to this community. And it keeps us motivated. So since we are a non-profit organization, so your financial contributions are super important, and they help us keep going and growing. They help us create a better content to reach more people. So we get it that everyone's ability to contribute might be different, but here's the truth. Every donation, every participation every help, every support, no matter how small, makes a huge difference.
100% agree, Master Dai. And our organization, Onenergy Institute, deeply appreciate every one of you, your assistance, your engagement, and your contribution. So together we can continue this journey of enlightenment and also making those very vital life wisdom accessible to more people. So thank you for sharing with us today, Master Dai. And now it comes to the last part. And also, so yeah, we've already talked about the new book. We talked about exclusive content. Now here comes the most exciting part, the takeaway. Okay. And so as Master Dai mentioned earlier, that we're going to give a special deal for today's attendance, this live event attendance. And we're talking about you, every one of you who are in front of the computer or your phone, right? It's your time. So I will print a coupon code on the screen. Okay, just bear with me. I'm gonna find my thing. Okay, so everybody can see on my screen that I have a coupon code show on the it should be the right hand side on the upper corner. Okay, good. Okay, Vincent said he can see it. That's great. All right, so this is your special coupon code. I'm not gonna read it to the video, right? Because this is only for you, okay? For our live attendance today. And so with this coupon, okay, you will save 10% on our pre-order of this coming new book by Master Dai, Decoding the Science of Enlightenment, okay? And I will gonna share the book pre-order link just in a moment. Give me a second. I'm gonna share it in the chat. Okay, now I've just typed in the chat area with the book pre-order link. Okay, and then so one thing to know about this pre-order thing is, right now, when you click this order coming to the pre-order page, you can read all the details about this coming book. As Master Dai mentioned that he's still working on this book, so it's not ready to publish yet. And at this moment, when we take your pre-order, we're not gonna accept the payment yet. Okay, so all you have to do is click the pre-order now button. Okay, and then you will find a pop-up and where you can click on check cart, the shopping cart, check cart, and then coming to the order page where you can put your information, your name, your email, everything. And also on that step, you can put the coupon code I just gave printed on the screen. Okay. And as I said, there is no money needed right now. And when the book is ready to publish, we will also inform you by email and telling you how to proceed with the order. Okay, so this is about this book pre-order. And the next thing is there are two other links that I would love to, well, actually 3 other links that I would love to share with you. I know that will be a lot of things for you to take away. Isn't that exciting? So the second link I'm gonna share is the Enlightenment podcast. As Master Dai just mentioned, we're going to rolling out this podcast before actually the book is published. Okay, so and similarly, when you click that link and go to the podcast pre-order page. And right now, because we're still preparing on the broadcasting the content, we're not going to take your purchase, your money, your payment yet. And then once it's ready, we'll also inform you guys who are made the pre-order request through this page. Okay, and the good thing is you can also use the coupon code that we gave for this pre-order. Okay, and okay, one more thing about this book, because we will only, because of the, the cost of printing a book. By the way, this is a paperback book that you're gonna get, right? You're gonna hold the actual book. It's not the ebook. It's the actual book, okay? Because we plan to print only limited copies of this new book, unless that we got, large amount of requests from people, then we will just gonna print limited copies. And so if you wanted to own this book, I would highly recommend that you pre-order today, right? And plus, remember, you don't have to pay now. And when the book is ready to publish, then we will email you to, proceed with the payment. So go ahead and feel free to pre-order if you really want to get hold of this new book we have. And so as Master mentioned that beginning in July, we're going to roll out our monthly live events. First of all is the coming full moon events, right, Master Guy? It will be in July. The date I have to double check. I think it's the first week of July, if not the second week in July, then we will have the full moon event. We highly encourage every one of you. We will usually put it on around this time frame so that people from the West Coast, on the East Coast, and also from Europe can attend easily. Best time for time for everyone except for Asia and Australia, New Zealand peers, right? They're quite, the time difference is big, and then we will find other chances to include them. But yeah, and we will email you through the newsletter about the coming live events. So, all right, let me take a quick look. Oh, it seems that we don't have any other questions. And so after this event, if you wanted to ask us anything about the book, the podcast, the coming event, or anything about we talked about today, feel free to reach out to us and email us at contact@onenergy.info. And we're so thankful for your participation today. And thank you. And Yuan, Ling, Tong, 好了. To every one of you, happy weekend and see you next time soon. Bye.